The internet is a magical place where you can do lots of stuff, like meet the kindest people, witness beautiful works of art, and listen to people give their own varied, well-informed opinions.
Body to look a certain way, you don't care about health, you are fatphobic.
However, the online world has a dark underbelly where people sometimes tell lies, which, to be fair, isn't really unexpected since lying has been common in humans since, well, the beginning of time. However, the internet has made the spreading of false stories, for example, anti-booze cruising propaganda, the easiest it has been in all of human history. This requires a 900 IQ gigachad, such as myself, to see through them. The biggest spreaders of this misinformation are kids, because they're stupid. And you know what kids love?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Video games have had a stranglehold all over the internet since, well, before most of us were born. And with all of that attention, inevitably will come tomfoolery. And nowhere is that infamy more apparent than it is with Five Nights at Freddy's. However, what if I told you a secret? What if I told you Five Nights at Freddy's is real? Does that sound stupid to you? Well, congratulations, you have a functioning frontal lobe. However, back in the good old days of the internet, this image was spread around to an obscene degree. This is due to the fact that the first entry in the franchise was shrouded in complete mystery, as this is before the franchise became theory bait for people to write 16-page long thesis papers speculating about Freddy Fazbear's left ball, leading people to speculate en masse about the game, which led some people to even believe that it was based on a true story. Which, I mean, thank God it's not, because if this was real, it would cause an international incident. However, it turns out this photo is actually complete Photoshop.
Pack your things. Get out of my building. Fire!
As the real restaurant, which was used as the template, is Papa's Pizza Parlor, located in... Holy shit! Well, as sad it is to admit, it did fool me when I was younger. Speaking of my youth, seamless transition. Mario 64 is a childhood classic, unless you're a gigachad like me who grew up with the DS version. This game has almost a mountain's worth of hoaxes surrounding it. There's the L is real hoax, which states that he is playable in the game. Of course, the evidence for this is that there's a smudgy texture on one statue in the castle. Interestingly, after the big Nintendo data leak, it was, well, kind of confirmed that this is true. While he's not actually playable in the game, Luigi was in the files. This states that the only way to unlock these characters is to 100% the entire game, including collecting all of the coins, which is actually impossible as some of the coins are out of bounds and inaccessible to the player. And there's also the giant Wario head and the Mario 64 is personalized hoax, which, to be fair, isn't really a hoax. It's more of a creepypasta, but I guess I'll just include it.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Clowns. We all know them, and I guess some of us love them.
It could be you. It could be me. It could even...
Because somehow parents look at this guy and think, yeah sure, I'll let him near my children. Clowns are known to be found all around our culture. In movies, TV shows, and especially on Twitter.com. However, what if I told you that clowns were actually evil? Some of the old heads in the audience probably remember the 2016 evil clown epidemic. This was a mass hysteria where people believed that evil clowns were loitering and attempting to harass people. The earliest known incident of this was in August of 2016 in Greene County, South Carolina. Allegedly, clowns would come out of forests and attempt to lure children back with them with the promise of money and candy. Of course, taking influence from the average Minecraft YouTuber. Many more sightings were made afterwards in the area and eventually throughout the United States of America. even to the point where this epidemic spread to other countries, for example in England, where in Newcastle on the 5th of October a teenager was arrested for wearing a clown mask.
Steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole!
At this point, there are so many sightings of clowns made that they were everywhere, anywhere you could look. And at this point, society was put into a fever pitch. Many places, for example Switzerland and New Zealand, banned any clown costumes.
You must be silenced.
However, at this point, the people had had enough. At this point, there were dozens of clown hunts going on in order to find these lunatics. And as a result, approximately pretty much no clowns were actually found. Now, were there genuine examples of clown attacks occurring?
Yes!
Were there as many as social media and the mainstream media claiming?
No.
The truth of the matter is, majority of these clown sightings were just flat out fake with no evidence. An example of one of these hoaxes is the gags incident that occurred in downtown Green Bay on August 1st, 2016, in which a clown was pictured loitering in a car park threateningly. However, it turns out this was actually fake and only done in order to drum up publicity for an indie movie. However, the greatest victim of these hoaxes were good, honest, hard-working clowns, as the president of the World Clown Association, Randy Christensen, put out a statement talking about how the reputation of good clowns was damaged because of these events. And this is truly the tragedy of this situation. So, is there any lessons that can be gleaned from these stories? Well, there actually is one. Do not trust anyone. The only way to be a true free thinker is to live in a cave by yourself, cut off from the internet and the rest of society. Because people will always lie to you. Okay, to be fair, that is a bit hyperbolic. Not everyone on the internet will lie to you. Just the majority of them. Except for me, of course, I'm always honest. Because, in fact, I am an 800 IQ free thinker.